If there was one movie you could completely delete from reality, what would it be? The Fahrenheit 451 movie. Just for the irony. They've all been pretty poor representations of the book as well. That is one of my all-time favorite books and I'm scared to watch the movie because I don't want to see the story get butchered. The Dark Tower. Stephen King fans waited years and years and years for this movie, only for a 90-minute bullshit parade that didn't scratch the surface of the story. I got one of my friends into the series, and when the first whispers of production were circulating, he called me up all excited. I was like, man, I've been down this road before. If the movie gets made, it's just going to be a piece of shit. There's too much book for a movie. I do feel like it could be given a decent treatment as a TV series, especially since the source material is finished and we don't have to worry about showrunners ducking the last 2 seasons all the way up. Son of the Mask. That movie is so bad that even though I know for a fact that I have definitely seen it, I do not recall one single detail of it. I completely blocked it from memory. Dragon Ball Evolution. That movie is horrible. Thank you for commenting. I was beginning to wonder if nobody was going to say anything. There's two that come right to the top of my mind. 1. The live action Avatar. Land 2. Eragon. Honestly, Eragon is probably the winner in my mind. It's a 4-part book series that could have made fantastic movies. But whoever made the first movie had apparently never read the books because they made some seriously critical errors that made a second book narratively impossible. Yeah, they should just friggin' redo that. Loads of potential. Artemis Fowl. There are enough issues with the film to make even a casual watcher hate it. Forget about those who read the books. They went beyond screwing up. I knew it was going to be bad as soon as I saw Artemis surfing. Dude doesn't even have the dexterity to successfully climb a ladder and you have him surfing. Just no. The live action Dragon Ball movie. It's just sad. Eragon. One of the most disappointing movies of my lifetime. I've seen this answer so often I have fortunately avoiding seeing that movie. If you've read the books, don't. Just don't if you've never touched the books before it's okay. Human Centipede. It's haunted me ever since I've watched it. It's so disturbing too. 50 Shades of Grey. Period. 2 birds with 1 stone. It would also rid us of its hellspawn. 365 days. 50 Shades of Grey. Period. Oh Jesus. Don't give them ideas. Kissing Booth. No Kissing Booth. No Kissing Booth 2. Duck that movie. The 4th Harry Potter, so people will wonder why they made all the movies, but just skip the 4th. Live adaptation of Eragon. The Cats movie. I bet 2020 is a punishment from God for humans, because they made the Cats movie. Netflix's Death Note. I still don't get how it shows up under the horror genre on Netflix. It's mostly a comedy. It's like they looked at the anime/manga and thought, hey, they kids love the spooky aspect and that scary looking dude. Forget the cat and mouse game. Light has to be a relatable teen. He can't be smart or a sociopath. He has to be clumsy and relatable. O and L. We'll keep him the same. But he's more in your face rather than hands off. Apostrophe. See, I wasn't familiar with Death Note. So I watched the movie first and thought it was watchable. And then I watched the anime and thought holy shit, the movie sucks balls. The Emoji Movie. Also, how TF is the eggplant emoji unpopular in a movie about a high schooler? Probably the main Dianetics video. Then maybe the religion wouldn't have spread so much. Though it is nice to have a baby religion to point to as an example, since so many of the others are comparatively ancient. Serious question. Has anyone ever been martyred for Scientology? Not been killed by the Church of Scientology, those are absolutely legion. But rather, been murdered out of hatred for Scientology. Cats. I don't know what the director was thinking with Cats. The Dark Tower movie. Cause you can't just take 8 of Stephen King's masterpieces and try to sum them up in a shitty action movie. The Percy Jackson movies. They were horrible. A movie I hated led me to one of my favorite books. Can I delete season 8 of Game of Thrones instead? After Earth. Starting Will and Jaden Smith. Worst movie ever. It was so bad. I walked out and asked for my money back. There was a rumor that the reason Will Smith didn't appear in Independence Day 2 was not the money. It was that he was adamant about having Jaden play a role in the movie. To which the producers said no, having watched After Earth. Good call. Producers. Good call. Yet he changed his artist name from Jaden Smith to just Jaden, so he can feel like he earned it himself, and not because of his last name, you know. After he already had a huge base following, because of his last name. Airplane Mode by Logan Paul. Or the Minecraft movie, if it comes out. I love Minecraft, but I think a Minecraft movie would make no sense and just be cringy. I don't know. I thought there was no way you can make a movie about Legos and have it make sense, but the franchise has turned out to just be delightful. I was just about to say the same exact thing. IDK how the hell they did it, but the Lego movie was so much better than it had any right to be. Artemis Fowl, 2020. This Disney duck up of movie was complete garbage, and it pissed off the fan base. If the rights were given to someone else more intelligent, Wold stayed with the damn law, used his time wisely, and made it 10x better than whatever Disney Corp wanted it to be. Edit. I see everyone's distaste for Peter Jackson because of The Hobbit and Mortal Engines. That being said, I like to ask you all, who would be more suited to direct Artemis Fowl? Discuss. The Netflix live-action Death Note movie. Caddyshack 2nd. What an embarrassment. I saw Caddyshack 2 as a kid because it was in heavy rotation in the early days of HBO. I had no interest in watching the original because I thought they were going to be equally bad. Thank goodness I was wrong. The Percy Jackson movies. I just saw the first one. I won't be watching the rest. My wife has only read the first book. We didn't know they blended things and messed with the timeline. They put giant spoilers in the movie if you don't realize that. The live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is 2020 a movie? Joe Dirt 2. The first one was so good and the sequel is just so terrible. My friend and I couldn't make it past like 10 minutes of it. I had no idea there was a second movie. Birth of a Nation. It sparked violence against the black community and kickstarted a new surge in interest in the KKK. Edit. Copied from one of my comment responses. The KKK existed, yes, but it was a smaller, regional organization. The film was propaganda. When it was the first film screened and marketed widely as such, at the White House at Wilson's request, people saw it as him giving it the rubber stamp of approval, almost an endorsement for the film's portrayal of black men as an intelligent and predatory. William J. Simmons took the opportunity of the film's screenings to garner visibility for the KKK and held a huge cross burning, took out ads for KKK membership alongside ads for the film, and went to screenings with his Klansmen in full regalia. They sold costumes, movie ushers wore white sheets, and they handed out KKK brochures at screenings. It was used as a recruitment tool and can be directly credited as a reason the KKK has a rebirthing of its own. Now I feel shitty for saying cats. Thank a lot. I don't know. I feel as if there ever would be a movie to be deleted, it would be an Avatar: The Last Airbender movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan. That guy couldn't possibly produce a good adaptation of it. Lake Laogai is an amazing place, by the way. Leonard Part 6. Goodbye, Bill. I feel like the world would be better off if we could delete the Birth of a Nation from history. Might set movie making techniques back a while, but would remove one of the most pernicious sources of white supremacist propaganda in history. I should delete the Birth of a Nation from ever existing and literally save a few lives, but I'm going for that Kim Kardashian porn that made her famous instead and save us all. There's an alternate universe where Raj didn't kill his wife, or one way he did it, but was found guilty, and we never heard anything about the Kardashians again. Guilty or no, that trial is what made Robert Kardashian famous. We'd need to wipe out the entire trial somehow. A disaster movie. The worst piece of cinema I have seen in my life. Battlefield Earth. I was thinking this, but we need something to laugh at, and this is a good one. Emoji Movie. This is probably before a lot of people's generation, but jiggly. Any movie with James Corden, besides Begin Again. That one with Sinbad where he played a genie. Oh wait, someone already took care of it. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Downsizing. First time I've walked out of a movie theater and I've easily seen over 100 movies in theaters. Started off interesting enough, and then completely lost sight of the plot. Boring as shit. Yeah, what the F happened to that movie? Such a funny premise. Then completely goes off the rails 100%. WTF. That Dumb and Dumber without Jim Carrey and Jeff. Attack on Titan live action. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.